Hi everyone, welcome to this new video from Not Real Engineering. This is a fairly short video in which we are going to discuss how to apply surface traction load in Abaqus CAE. Let's say a monkey is sitting on a pole like this and we want to see what are the stresses generated in that pole because of weight of the monkey. Now we can model the pole with this geometry shown over here. It's just a cylinder with height of 100 mm and diameter of 20 mm. In this case, it is very easy to apply this boundary condition, which is a pressure boundary condition. But now let's say monkey is not sitting on a pole like this, but it is hanging on the pole like this. If we want to model this problem now, we have to apply something called surface traction on the surface of this cylinder, something like this. Of course, I'm simplifying things over here and we are applying surface traction on entire curved surface. But the point of this video is to just show you how to apply this surface traction. Now, why not we solve this entire example using these parameters over here? Let's say the magnitude of this traction is 100 newtons and the direction is -z. And for material, we will use very simple model with Young's modulus and Poisson's ratio given over here. Let's start with Abaqus CAE. First thing, it's set your work directory and then let's quickly create a part. Nothing to change here, just a circle with diameter 20 mm. So the radius will be 10. We will extrude this part with the length 100 mm. Then material, just a simple elastic material. Young's modulus was 120 gigapascal and Poisson's ratio 0.3. Let's create a section, apply that section. Now assembly, create instance. I'm going through this very fast because this is not the main focus of this video and most of the things I'm keeping them as default. If you want to know this process in detail, check out this video over here. Now the step is created and let's apply the load. Let me rotate it actually like this. So bottom part we will fix, and that we will do to initial step, displacement boundary condition, and entire thing, let's just make it 0 displacement. Now for pressure boundary condition, what we usually do is change this to step 1 and then use this type over here, pressure. Here we just say continue, select this surface on top and apply whatever pressure you want, let's say 10. But now for surface traction, it's the same icon over here, create load. In that we have to go to surface traction. Say continue, then select whichever surface you want to apply that traction to and say done. We have to choose two things here. First is magnitude, which I'm going to select as 100. And then we have to choose the direction for this traction. To do that, you can click on this arrow over here and then you have to enter the direction vector. That can be done either by providing coordinates over here or you can just choose the points in GUI. So let's say the starting point of that vector will be this, the center of top surface, and then the end point will be over here. After you select that, you can see the vector over here, which is 0, 0, -1. That means the traction is in -z direction. Apart from that, if you want, you can provide the amplitude as well. If the traction is not uniform, if you want to change it with respect to time, or even you can change this to user defined. And then using this subroutine, you can apply even more complicated traction boundary condition. Here, of course, I will keep it as uniform. And finally, we have an option where we can choose this traction should be applied per unit deformed area or undeformed area. Deformed area would be more accurate, I would say, but that is when deformation is large. If you are doing small strain analysis, it doesn't really matter. You can choose any out of this over here. Then say okay. I just want to finish this example. So let's mesh it quickly. Mesh has to be on the part. Let's seed the part first. This looks okay, and then mesh it. This is very coarse mesh, but I think this should work for us. Then let's create a job. Let me name it as traction, continue, and let's submit it. Time to put my favorite meme.
3 days later.
It did not take that much time, but anyway, these are the results and the displacement we can see in -z direction. So I guess the pole is something like this. That's all for this video. As I said, it was very short video and the main crux is just shown over here. If you like this video, please show your support by subscribing to this channel, which will give me motivation to create more educational videos like these. You can also go to channel's playlist tab and here you can see all the videos with similar topics combined together. For example, let's say if you're interested in ANSYS tutorials, you can go to this ANSYS tutorial playlist and see all the videos from this playlist. All the codes and files which I use for these videos are also available for you to directly download from this channel's GitHub profile. The link of this profile is given in the description box below. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section below. And as always, thank you for watching.